What's up, my friend? How are you? I'm just chilling here. I'm under electronic. Well, we're gonna have to call it electronic because people are making components out of organic parts to go with organic computing. Now, good morning, by the way. They're working on causing inflammation in the body because if the computer can't get in, it makes you sick, your central nervous system at certain frequencies will cause inflammation and the lungs. The lungs is the main one because that's how the radar can pick you up, first and foremost. Second of all, it's magneto. And this is going to all the cells in the body. Every time you breathe, we need oxygen, right? So it's going to every cell in the body plus a magnetic field. And whatever frequencies they're using that are increasing light intensity, okay, I just read something yesterday to put it into words how whatever they're saying it's doing because they have all their sensors and whatnot. They're creating inflammation in the body. Something I just had an air gap go right to the plastic of the phone. These guys are still trying to hack the phone and shut it off like they did in the summer. And I have another phone that's completely shut off. Now let's continue. By the way, what's your data breaches in cell phone servers, and they're hiding it again. Anyways, I'm under computer organic electronic component manufacturer right now. And what it like I said, what it's doing is it's causing inflammation in the body and different DNA spikes to occur because it works off a spike modulation, I guess, spike coding. I don't know. It's all protein based and it's unfolding and it literally comes out and they can take it and use it somewhere else. I guess people that are sick, especially black people that have sickle cell, and they're trying to use white people to bring them out of this sickness. Um, and it's just people that are too involved in their work, and they will stop at no cost to get their answers, no matter what they have to do to get this cure for their family, money for their pocket, fame for a book, authenticity, um, whatever. There's a lot of screwed up people out here in Pennsylvania. I seen a few people speaking. You look at the camera. There's my cell phone tower in the curtains. That's right dead center there. That's a cell phone tower. Runs on a curtain rod. See the square frequency that comes down? And then imagine what you could do with that whenever you run static lines and run a worm up there for your you use a worm for the brain. It jumps from computer system to computer system, and that will mess up your vision. And the shit you could do with the electricity to manipulate, because that's right where my what box is that they call that? That's the electric circuit breaker. The circuit breaker is directly underneath of that chair, and right under the window there's a outlet, and there's one outside, and that runs right there on the front porch. And you could pull the magnetic field right out of the data cables, right out of the tension wires up on top. Plus, there's a phone box right out there too. So they like to use that phone box and create antennas. There's like, if you look in this direction right here, this is where it's all. We just had a gap. The phone's gapping a little bit because it's on the camera. It's trying to impede the cameras because it's scalar when it pulls light in. megapixels. Let's see what happens whenever I scale field here. Try to get shit to move. Oh, I'm filling up with static on my feet. I've been having a lot of pulses on my feet lately too, neuropathy. Because it controls the flow. You have two flows on your body. That's how you're able to jump from the brain and paralyze people, jump and go to another field. This is going to be a big problem because we already know all this shit. You paralyze people. This whole neighborhood could be paralyzed at one time. Literally just right through the power lines. And then, speaking of power lines, I hear the power lines, you could split grids up and people can buy and sell the effing grid. Like I thought it was just like the antennas that people were no, they're literally buying the power lines outside of my house, and they want to say that they are owners of it. In the future, they say you will own nothing. Okay. And I guess that controls who sees what and who's collecting the data, who's getting the Wi-Fi router's data, and then it's a big fiasco. And now we have like professional buildings of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, State College, wherever else in Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, and they could all vouch for the grid right here in the square grid. And then if they start following me, they're in trouble because they're not supposed to follow me. They only own the grid here. They don't own other people's grids. And dude, there's gonna be wars over power lines. Are you fucking kidding me? And then the computer's just gonna eat right through you, fucking eat right through. I got a GeForce on me. It's trying to take my hair to. Let's not forget the proteins in the hair, because now the proteins in the hair can be controlled, and run it right into your skull, and literally whatever light that they could amplify. Okay, and then your femtoamperes for interference, whatever. You could go anywhere from whatever you could think of, amplitudes of a single atom, all the way up to freaking gunshots coming out of guns. You can do whatever you want. Think the radar could come right through the window here of an airplane flying by? Look at that, huh? That's where the cell phone tower's at. That's that's how they would get the signal in. That's how they're getting away with saying they're not broadcasting, because they're saying it's coming within the house, especially the static pipes, the ventilation system, which runs right through the house. It's pretty arrogant, I guess you would call it. Some other people like to use psychiatric evaluation terms, and there's no need for that, because now I want the artificial intelligence to go get psychiatric help. And then I want the psychiatric to talk to the artificial intelligence as it pulls up everything in its fucking books and beats it at its own game. And does it better. So, psychiatric people, I might be coming back down there and talking about artificial intelligence, and I will bring a camera with me. What are you guys doing? Did you hear that? Did you see it? Sitting here playing with an artificial intelligence, manipulating electrics. It's most likely from my neighbor's house because they won't leave. And they share the grid with people, and they're watching the grid for these people, and it's highly fucking illegal. The best is whenever the leaders start coming down, because this is a pressure point here, and you go from about the center there. You got a pressure point, and a tube will start forming up there. Pressure tube. Pay attention for sounds, because now I'm picking up frequency out of the cable box in the bedroom. There's a hologram right there. Nice square frequency. Okay, now this is the real life online casino, Mira. There's some kind of genetic experiment stuck in my fireplace too. There's just proteins for days. I don't know what the hell they're doing. After they took the proteins, the computers got shut off.